morning to everyone. I'm by name Lawal Habibullah. I will be a host for today's section. Based on the formal good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Hills.
Thank you. Thank you. I will be a host for today's program. Based on the formal section that we've had, we talk about the types of literature reviews that we have. I think we talked about the literature review, the systematic literature review, and what have you. So I would like one of our doctors here, as we did yesterday, because we said they are going to be our guide throughout our discussion. Everybody is free to contribute because this is a contribution and interactive section. As usual, I would like Dr. Jibril Abdullah Ibala to share their experience with us on types of literature reviews that we have. I think doctor is not available. We have to move on. So today's section, we talked about list of websites to get literature review papers or list of websites to get papers. How to get a paid paper, a paid paper for free. Like there are some papers that are not free online. You have to pay to get those papers. So we are going to talk about how to get those papers for free. Templates for review paper. There are templates that we have to fill for our review papers. Filling those templates will make it very easy for us to convert it is going to make it very easy for us to go about our literature review by converting the template to a prose form, and from the prose form we prepare our review paper. And we are going to talk about how to have and how to get our baseline paper. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Yes. Good morning, sir. We can hear you.
Thank you very much for the response. I think in our midst today we have some new participants who are just joining for the first time. Please, if you are just joining for the first time, I would like you to make a little introduction. Mrs. Adejare, I think you are joining this section for the first time. Mr. Mubarak, I think you are joining this section for the first time. And Amina Alfa, I think you are also joining for the first time. Please, I would like us to have a brief introduction of ourselves. I think these people are not available now. So we move on with our program. List of websites to get papers. As the former speakers said, we can have papers on websites such as ResearchGate. We can have our papers on Science Direct. We can have our papers on IEE Explore. We can have our papers on Scopus. We can have our papers on Google Scholar. We can have our papers on Springer. We can also have our papers on pubmed.gov. So we have arxiv.org too. These are sites, websites that are recognized. Can you see?
I am not hearing you. Hello, sir.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Hello, sir.
Hello, hello.
Okay, yes, it's flowing now. It's flowing.
Hello?
It's flowing now.
Okay, thank you. So,
Yeah, I'm agree. Okay.
can we all hear me now? Can we all hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can
Thank
hear
you
you. We
very
can hear
much,
you.
sir. So we've talked about sites to see our papers, to have
Yes.
papers. So one of the sites we talk about is called Google Scholar, IE Explore, Science Direct, and we'll talk about the Scoopers, the Springers too. So the next thing we're going to discuss now is the next thing we are going to discuss now is how to get a paid papers for free. There are papers in this website that you have to pay for because before you can have access to them. So I will hand over to Mr. Teslim to talk about this. How can we get papers that are not free for free online?
Please, before you go, I have a question.
Okay, sir. You can go on with your question, sir.
Okay. Thank you. I found out that when we want to start, some of them one will see the payment, those ones that we have to pay. But the problem is, how do we even pay? How do we pay for those ones, even if we are to pay? Because I've encountered this type of problem many times. How we want to pay? This is not a question of buying data and all the rest of them. There's need to be transfer money. How is it done? So what I'm trying to say, as we are doing the other side that is free, let us equally know this other area. It's very, very important. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Hello,
you very
sir.
much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We attend to your question immediately.
Yes.
Is on.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, can we all hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Let's
Yes, sir.
confirm
We
if
can hear you. We can hear you.
okay, thank you very much for attending this interaction section. So I'm to say more on how we can get papers for free. Actually, we have a some sites that we need to pay for the papers. So the first one we have here on our list is IE Explore. In that area, you need to pay before you can get the paper. And but for some of us that were students, actually, for some of us that were students, we might not have the money to pay for that, just get a paper and hold. So, and there are one organization that they've already paid for the paper and they put it on their own websites. So for others to be able to get the paper. So what we need to, if we check the IAS law and maybe you search for a particular paper and you're unable to download it, before you able to, you wish I can share my screen. So what you see on the website is that you see a paper with a padlock locked.
Okay.
Then I'll paste it here. Then open. But
Open.
not all
Meaning
papers
that,
that start up with
meaning that that particular paper is free for you. So while we are searching for any paper, if we are using icon that is unlocked. So for that, can we all hear me?
Yes, we
Can we
can.
hear
Yeah,
me?
we can. So,
Your audio is going
Can
off
we hear
and
me?
You are off and on, but you are
All right.
also
Thank you.
audible.
So we need to. I'm only using ILS for an example now. So whereas we can get papers anywhere, that Science Direct is very free for everybody, but ILS Explore is not all.
Uh, I think the Mr. Teslim network is not flowing too well. But can we all hear me now?
yeah, we can hear you. We can hear
Hello.
you.
Yes, we can hear you, Habib. Please go on.
That means I will take over for his network is not flowing very well. So there is a site called Science Hub. SISCI HUB. Science Hub. Science Hub is a site whereby you are going to copy the URL of the paper that is locked, that is not free. That you have access to, that is not free. You copy the URL of that site to Science Hub, make a search there. So automatically, this Science Hub site is going to open the paper for you free. Sometimes you have some papers that does not have a URL link. So you copy the DOI of the paper. You copy the DOI number of the paper to Science Hub to have access to the paper. So and I think based on experience, there are some papers that even after using a Science Hub, you may not have access to the paper. So, but I would say 70% of locked papers or papers that you have to pay for, if you should copy their URL or their DOI number to Science Hub, you should be able to access the papers. So now I will go back to Mr. I'll go back to the question asked by Mr. Omozuafo. No, I think Mr. Is it Mr. Omozuafo that asked the question that how do we pay for papers that are not free online if you don't want to access those papers using Science Hub? The way you can access papers that are not free online, the only way to access those papers is just to pay for the paper. The only way to access those papers is just to pay for the paper. So now when you have access to a paper, and most papers, they will only show the abstract of the paper for you if this paper is not free. So going through the abstract, you know what the content of the paper is all about. You know what, if you from there you should be able to identify if this paper is what you really want or is not what you really want. So by going through the abstract, if you find out that this paper is what you want, then you can proceed to pay for the paper there will always be a place that for example, now in IE Explore, you see get the PDF. Clicking on getting this PDF, this site will automatically link you to a site to make payments, either with your card, with your ATM card, and another way of paying is another way of accessing papers that are not free is by subscribing monthly or yearly. So from experience, I know that there are some schools that subscribe for papers. So if you are accessing papers through this subscription of this school, you have to give your academic email to the school academic email or mail to access this paper. So the papers will be sent to the mail. Can you all hear me? Am I still communicating?
Yes, we can. Yeah, we can hear you. Continue, sir.
Thank you very much. So now I think we've talked about list of websites to get papers, how to get paid papers for free, and templates for review papers. Now, to make our work easy and to follow the lay down guidelines, I think there is a template to fill after getting those papers. Now we know how to get a paper. Now, after getting those papers, we go through those papers and we know that these papers are relevant to what we want to do, the review we want to do. Now we have to fill a template form. This template form contains the title of the paper, the objective, and the objective summary, and a lot of things are in the template paper. The template form will be shared to the group immediately after this meeting. We are going to go through the template. So the template for review paper will be shared to the group immediately after this meeting so that we have access to them. So I think the template paper is just to make our work easy, because converting your work to prose form, you really need this template. Doing a lot of tasks to have a review paper, you need to go back to this template. And in an academic field, I think I once had Prof said your supervisor is going to get this template from you after the whole work. So to make our work easy and to have a fast way forward, we make use of the review template paper. So now we are done with our third task today. The first task today is to find a baseline paper. Now, even before we have to fill our template, we need a baseline paper. The baseline paper is just like the paper that you have to build on. The paper you are building on. The baseline paper is just the paper that makes you understand the total and overall view of what you want to do. This paper should be able to explain the gaps that you want to look into. The baseline paper is a paper that somebody, let me say, is a work that somebody has done already and is very close to, like, let me say, is just close to any other paper that you will be reviewing. It's very close to other papers that, let me say, for example, now we are working on accident prediction and prevention. So if we are taking a baseline paper, our baseline paper should be able to address thoroughly what we are discussing. Hello, can you all hear me? Am I still communicating?
Yeah, we can hear you. Continue.
Yes, you are loud and clear and you are communicating.
Thank you very much for the response. Now, the next thing we are going to look into now is I would like the doctors and lecturers and among us in the field of academics to share their thoughts on what we have discussed earlier. And I will call on, or let me just say, we are going to open a floor for anybody to contribute to what we've said earlier. So to make it fast and for us to have a headway, I would like Dr. Jibril Abdullah Ibala to share his experience and to contribute to what we are discussing, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
We can
Yeah,
hear
we
you,
can hear you.
sir. I can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm supposed to be a bit brief because I have another meeting to join now. But regarding tackling for literature, one of the speakers raised an interesting point about paying for the papers. Currently now, most of our debit cards in Nigeria cannot carry out international transactions of large amounts of money. So it's quite difficult for us to even pay, even if we have the intention of paying. So normally, a lot of us utilize resources like Cyber. We also, for those of us in electrical engineering, we go to IEEE Explore. They have open access journals. There are a lot of open access journals that you can also look for. Another trick that some of us use is if you have colleagues who are studying abroad, like UK, US, and other countries. Particularly in my case, I had some colleagues who study abroad, and they have access to databases through their school. So in those kind of situations, if you have a paper that's really important and you feel it's going to be relevant to the research you're doing, you can always ask them for a favor to help you get the paper. Most of them are willing to help because they understand the kind of peculiar situation you are in. So I think that's just a little contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Now, I would like Mr. Abdul Fattah Hey to also contribute to what we have been saying and what we have been discussing earlier on. Uh, in the absence of Mr. Abdul Fattah, I think I want Mr. Onyemu to also contribute to our discussion, sir. Hello? Hello?
Just hello, we can hear you.
I think he is not available, sir. He is not also available. I would like Mr. Omozuafo to contribute to our discussion.
I'm available.
Okay,
I'm
sir. Okay,
available.
sir. Go on,
What
sir.
happened?
Go on, sir.
Please, what happened? Sorry, my data just finished. I had to come back. So it was because I was the person who asked that question about how do we even pay. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello?
I can hear you. Hello,
Okay,
sir.
sorry, sir. So there was a breach somewhere. So because I was off, I came back, so I wasn't following again.
Okay. Yes, sir. Based on the question you asked, we answered the question earlier. For the papers that you have to pay for online that are not free, you have to pay either with your card or you access this paper through an academic institution who has actually subscribed to the website. To explain this further, for IEE Explore, for example, if you are accessing a paper on IEE Explore, if this paper is not free, actually there will be a padlock at the right hand side of the paper heading. So once there is a padlock at the right hand side of the paper heading, that means this paper is not free. Now they only display the abstract of the paper for you to see. Now, are you still with me, Mr. Oyemo?
Yeah, that's what I normally experience.
Okay, sir. So they will only display the abstract of the paper for you. You have to go through the abstract to know that is this paper what I really want? Is this exactly what I want or not? The moment you go through the abstract, because abstract is basically the summary of all the paper. So if you have Now, if you have gone through the abstract and you know that this is what you really want, you now see a place that there will be a button saying get the PDF, the full PDF. Clicking on this get the full PDF will automatically link you to a page to pay or a page to ask for the academic website to send the PDF to. Now, if you are giving them the academic website or the school that are subscribed to their website, they will automatically or they will send this paper to that email. But if you want to pay an individual, there will be a place to pay with your card. I think, have I answered your question, Mr. Oyemu?
Yes. No, thank you very much. I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We're happy to have you here, sir.
I'm sorry I was.
Okay, sir. Okay,
thank
sir.
you. I'm very good.
So, I would like Mr. Oluniran to also contribute to what we are discussing.
Okay. So I joined late, so I didn't kind of get what is the basis of the subject of discussion. Actually, apart from the question, I don't know if you can help with that again.
Sir, can you go again? Can you go back again? I can't hear you very well, sir.
Okay, I said I joined the meeting quite late and I didn't get the subject of discussion. So if you can help with that, I'll be glad.
Okay, I will have to go back again in favor of people that joined us very late. Since we discussed was list of websites to get papers, how to get a papers that you have to pay for, how to get them for free. Templates for review papers. Like if you want to review a paper, there is a template that we have to fill to make our work very easy. So how to find a baseline papers. These are things that we discussed. So list of websites to get papers. In the early hours of today, when we are having our previous lecture, we talked about list of websites. The presenter talked about list of websites to get a papers. Example of this website are IEEE Explore. We have the Science Direct, we have the ResearchGate, and some other websites. So things that we need to understand is that if we are downloading papers from a website, we should be very sure or we should know that these websites are reputable websites, because to measure the genuinity or to make our work a genuine work. So, are you with me, Mr. Olunira, and other people that are joined?
Yes, I'm following.
Now, how to get a free a paper that you have to pay for? How to get them for free? Now, we talk about the Science Hub. Science Hub is SCI and a space HUB. So we have the Science Hub. The Science Hub is a site that will actually give you access to papers that are not free. That will actually, thank you, that will actually make these papers that are not free a free papers. So how do we go about the Science Hub website? You can copy the URL of the paper that you are to pay for. You now paste it on, there will be a space to paste this URL on the Science Hub website. So when you paste this URL, this Science Hub website will actually or automatically make this paper for you available for you for free. Or you use the DOI link or the DOI address or DOI numbers on the paper that is not made free. You copy the DOI number and paste it in the Science Hub. Automatically, this Science Hub will make a paper free for you. So there are two things that you can copy, and sometimes based on experience, if you copy the topic of this paper on Science Hub again, you can have the paper for free. So these three things, you can actually make use of any of them at your own convenience. So at the point, there are some papers that even after copying them to Science Hub, they are not still made free. Like they are not still made free after copying them to Science Hub. So this kind of people, I think the only way out is to pay for them. So now, how Mr. Onye now asks us that, how do we pay for papers? So I think I explained that you can only pay for papers, or you can only have access to papers that you have to pay for if you are paying. Is either you pay individually or you use email of academic email of an institution that are subscribed to that mail. And from the experience shared to us by Dr. Jibril Abdullah is that if you have friends abroad that is studying abroad and you are of the same field, and as like these papers are made free for most institutions abroad because they have subscribed. So if you have a friend abroad, can actually this kind of friend can actually access this kind of paper for you and send them to you. Do we all get the presentation to this extent?
Yes, thank you so much.
The last thing we discussed was how to get a baseline paper. A baseline paper should be a paper that has discussed your topic, that has discussed the topic of your review thoroughly. A baseline paper should be a paper that has discussed more, or let me say 70% of what's your topic, your review topic is talking about. Your baseline paper must have discussed thoroughly on that. So, for example, now we are working on accident prediction and prevention. If you are choosing a baseline paper should have these three keywords. Should have discussed these three keywords. Should have these three keywords and stuff. So, I think we all get what I've been presenting since, and I think we are all with me. Okay, Mr. Olanikwekun, I can see your hand. Please go on, sir.
Please, I want to ask a question. Can you give us more websites where we can get more papers in case we can't find particular topics that we need in different feeds? Do you get my question?
Yes, Mr. Olanikwekun, I got your question very right. So, these are list of websites that you can get your papers in case you could not find it in the listed in the discussed for earlier discussed site. You can actually get a paper on Clarivate Analytics. You can have on that is CLARIVATE Analytics. You can get a paper on Springer, SPRINGER. You can get a paper on Scopus, which is SCOPUS. You can get a paper on PubMed.gov, PubMed.gov. You can get a paper on redallyc.org, which is RADALYC.org. You can have a paper on DOAG, which is DOAG, Direct of Open Access Journals. So DOAG, you can have a paper on that too. ARXIV.org, you can have paper on that website also, and JSCOR, which is JSTOR, you can have a paper on that website too. And there is this last website, Web of Science. You can actually get your papers on this website. Do I answer your question, Mr. Olanikwekun?
Thank you very much. You answered my question.
So, I think we should move to the last. Mr. Asimiyu, I can see your answer. Please go on, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Okay,
We can hear you louder, sir.
Okay. My question is on all those search engines. Science Hello, Science Direct, IEEE, and what have you. I just got to know some other websites where we can search for literature review and all sorts of things. Now I tried to use that of Science Hello while the lecture was going on, but when I got to the page, so the page gave me several options, Are you searching through the authors, through the publication year, and all sorts of things? And what I'm used to before now is that if you go to the Google engine search, you just whatever you want to search, you put them there and you search. And if there is any writings or anything on that, what you have actually posted, you will see them. So when I did the same thing at a Science Hello, I kept on getting no result, no documents, no anything on this what you are looking for. So I want to know, must you have is it necessary that you have a particular article that you are looking for, and you know the author, you know the title of paper before you can get materials on Science Hello? That's my question.
Thank you very much, sir, for your question. That was why we are giving some specific websites. If you should follow these specific websites that we are giving you, actually you hardly find no article or what you are looking for. So if you should follow this site that we are giving you, sir, you find something on what you are looking for. And it's not a must to know the author and stuff that many stuff on the paper you are looking for. Just the topic of what you want. Like now, you can just go to IE Explore and just give accident prevention and prevention. At least I can assure you have like 30 papers or more that people have worked on this. Have I answered your question, sir?
We have now on the group section. Sorry that.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Have I answered your question, sir?
If same thing with
lecture all over the world.
Give me the same result.
Hello, sir. I can't hear you, sir.
Hello. If I and I accident prevention.
Have up to 5 different lecturers from different places.
Please, we should ask Mr. Onyamu to mute his
yes, like the one I got from Malaysia.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I can hear you, and we have elapsed the time that we're supposed to use for this section. I think we can discuss more on this on our WhatsApp group, sir. Are you on the WhatsApp group, sir?
Yes, I'm on the WhatsApp.
Yes, let's go there and discuss this better. We have to go back to the previous section and continue the lecture, sir. Thank you very much, sir.